Hey there YouTube, and welcome to my bathroom. Now, the reason I'm in here is because I have a little confession to say, and that is, I don't necessarily think it's a confession, it's just more of a statement. As you've probably seen from past videos, and if you follow my accounts on things like Instagram, Snapchat, that sort of stuff, you'll notice that I have a very dark beard, because I've got very dark hair. I mean, this is me with my head shaved, cut about 2 weeks ago, and I had a shave earlier, but even with that, you can still see what we would call the 5 o'clock shadow. But every once in a while, I like to put a face mask on, just because it just saves not necessarily hassle or such, it's just something I like to do. I don't tend to get spots that often. When I do, they go very quickly. I know some people suffer from them, and you have my condolences on that one, but yeah, how do you go about that? You can't, yeah. Anyway, I like to go and buy a face mask every once in a while, and occasionally my wife, who can't use them because they irritate her skin, she gives me them. So at the moment I've got this one that she got free in the magazine, and then I got this one that she got given as like a tester, and then I tend to go for these like peel off ones, the really easy ones. So I've got 2 of them are from Boots. One is Superdrug actually. One's a tropical cocktail peel off mask, which looks like that, and then the other one's this Seventh Heaven tea tree peel off thing. But we're not going to be using them. No. We are going to be using this, the famous black mask. Now, the black peel charcoal mask, Masque au Visage. This is it's from Beauty Pro. Now, I have seen videos of this on YouTube. Now, not necessarily this specific one. This one is brand new to me, but the actual mask itself, I've seen sort of various bits and bobs around it. But I don't know why it's so, not necessarily a bad thing, or well, it's not really a bad or a good thing. It's neither. I don't really quite know what I'm going to say here. So I'll just read you the graph. So, an innovative black peel-off face mask with activated charcoal that loosens blackheads and cleanses deep into the pores to remove impurities. This skin rejuvenating formula clarifies and purifies whilst rebalancing oily areas. Literally peel away the mask to reveal fresh, clear skin. Now, 2 things that I have learned over the years when I have done face masks like these. And they are, first of all, if you have a proper wet shave with a razor, that's usually okay. You can do it within about sort of 5-10 minutes afterwards. However, if you shave with a foil razor, like I've got one like this, like that type, it does tend to, depending on the product that you have, it can sometimes leave it quite red, especially around your neck. So my one I just showed you, I can do my face pretty easy, but when I come to do my neck, it is nigh on red afterwards. So I did this, it's now 9 o'clock. I had the shave about 3 hours back, deliberately, because I was going to do this. And if you obviously get irritated by that sort of stuff, I wouldn't recommend using these. But for people like me, it's okay, but make sure you have a shave and have time for your skin to relax and calm down, etc, etc. So let's go crack this bad boy open. Apply a thin layer to clean skin, avoiding any hairline, eye or lip areas. Wait 15-20 minutes, or when it's fully dry and elastic. Start at the chin, peel off one edge and remove in upward direction and rinse off with water. I'm not going to give you the ingredients because, let's be honest, it's like the instruction guide to an IKEA cabinet. Very few people actually read it. All the terms and conditions of any website, I know 2 people who would actually read it. So, like I said, let's crack this open. Now, I am expecting this to open, and it's not. Oh, there we go. Oh, God. I know I've seen videos of it being quite dark, and obviously I know it's a black mask, but I didn't realise how black this was. Because usually, I have to cut so. Usually it's that kind of like cheap food colour type black. You know, whenever you make food colouring for cake and that sort of stuff, and it's never really black when you look at it. It's usually like, yeah, a dark grey or something. But this actually does. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Hold on a minute. Who here remembers a cartoon called The Pirates of Dark Water? If you do, just thumb up or just write something. And the reason I'm saying that is because if I can get this open, it's going to seal shut each time I move it. I'll just put it on my hand, it's easier. It kind of looks like the dark water. And it's weird because I have a website that I watch cartoons on, actually called Watch Cartoons Online, and one of them is The Pirates of Darkwater, and it was, how can I put this? As bad as I remember, and worse. Like, for instance, a few years back, when I was a kid, I used to watch Mask. Remember the car that could turn into a plane and that sort of stuff? And at the time, when it first came out back in the 80s, I was a big fan of it. I had all the toys and everything. But now I watch it as an adult and I'm thinking, God, this is shit. So if they ever plan to do a reboot, they really should do one. Right, so back to the matter at hand. So this stuff, I had to take my wedding ring off just so I can prove. Look. I mean, I know this is only a sample, and you don't actually get that much in it. But they won't be joking when they say put a thin layer on, because this stuff is so sticky. It's like treacle in a way. Right, so let's put this on, I guess. You guys see a really unconventional way. Oh my God, it's actually staining my thumb. How dark is this? Is that right? You can see a really unconventional way to do this, so I'm going to pause this for a sec. Right, so I've put this stuff on, and it's actually stained my hands. I mean, it's pretty thick, this stuff, for a tester. I will give it that. One thing I did learn was how, over years of doing this, was I went to a Halloween party once dressed as the Crow, you know, the old Brandon Lee film. And before I went, one of my friends who I was going with, I think it was his girlfriend or his friend, basically a friend or girlfriend at the time. I was really struggling to put this stuff on, and she showed me how to do it properly, and effectively you just do it in bits. I mean, if you haven't worked that out already, it's pretty friggin' obvious, but for me at the time it really wasn't. This stuff is super thick. It's actually really awkward to take off my hands. I mean, it's actually stained my bar of soap. So, bear with me whilst I wash my hands. I mean, it's taken me a good 5 minutes so far just to get this off. No, that's probably not a good idea. Anyway. Right, so as I was saying, it's taken me a good couple of minutes to take this stuff off my hands. But it's weird, I can already kind of feel it setting. And it reckons it needs to be left for sort of 15 to 20 minutes. But if you look carefully on here, I mean, it looks still quite tacky, I will be honest, but that's what it's meant to do. So I'm going to give this the full 20 minutes. And it's gone into my eyebrow. I'm going to give it the full 20 minutes and then we'll come back. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, a slight update. So it's nigh on dry. I mean, there are a couple of little patches that are still a bit wet. It's got some on my finger, but it's going a lot quicker than I expected. I've got about 7 minutes left. I mean, I just rubbed off, and it's like I said, this isn't an official one, but I can already feel it kind of pulling on my face. So I'm going to take this off in about 8 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 20-ish minutes. I actually left it on for a tiny bit longer because a couple of patches weren't completely dry. So I can move this a bit higher up. Oh, right, that's better. So as you can see, it's completely dried on. And especially around my mouth and around my nose, I can, basically in what we call the T-zone. I learned, yes, ladies, I do listen to these things. One of the ways that I was taught how to take these off is to basically do an angry face. Yes, that's right, an angry face. Because the idea is, you kind of do that and then it releases it a little bit. So let's go and, it says to pull it from the bottom, but I'm just going to pull it off from the closest bit I can find. I mean, it's like watching a thing give birth. Like I said, this isn't the official one. From what I've seen, that one really hurts. I might give it a go if I can find it. Actually, that came off a hell easier than I expected. Look, you got a me mask. But the general amount of rubbish.
Oh, you did it without me.
Yeah, I'm videoing it. The general amount of crud that's come out of this. I mean, there are some little bits left, but you coming in?
Hi.
Okay, sorry, that's the wife. I mean, it has worked. I mean, you can't really pick it up on this, but a lot of the kind of crud in my skin has been pulled out quite nicely, in fact. So, like I said, I'm going to try and, I mean, my face does, I mean, like I said, there are a couple of little bits left which I need to rinse off, but you can see where it's been on. And when when I wash my face in a sec, it'll probably, hopefully, get the rest of it off. But it seems to have done the job quite well, which is alright. So I'm just pulling bits of my face off. So, in light of this, I would recommend to go and to do this. I usually do one of these sort of once a month, because if you do them every week or every sort of like weekend or every day, it's too much, and you actually do need oil on your skin for reasons I do not know. I know that when I was at my heaviest, I was sweating really badly and it just felt horrible. I was like really greasy skin, and I was doing this every week. And I know I've just said don't do it, and I shouldn't have done it, but I did, and it actually made my skin worse. And that's when I lost all my weight. It's that's calmed down massively. So, like I said, I would recommend going to do this. Now I'm going to wash my face and then go from there. So who knows? With that, I will see you later. Bye.